There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I want you to know that I am talking from personal life experiences. I know what it is like to be navigating this journey we call life, to be going through a storm, be going through a season, and to question and wonder, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Meaning, is there hope? Is there something good that can come out of this? And I want you to know from personal life experiences, yes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And by light at the end of the tunnel, I am not talking about the end. I'm talking about there is hope that lies ahead. There is something good that lies ahead for you. But in order for you to see that light, you need to endure what it is you are going through. You need to continue to take those steps that are right there in front of you. Don't look at the entire journey that it is going to take for you to go from where you are to where it is you hope to be, you hope to come out of. And simply just focus on taking it one step at a time. What can you do, not tomorrow, but what can you do right here, right now, to help you inch forward to a better tomorrow? What can you begin doing and implementing today, right here, again, right now, to help you move through what it is you are going through? And just take gradual steps. Forward is forward. Progress is progress, no matter how small. When you begin to take those single steps, one foot after another, one foot after the next, you allow yourself a fighting chance. You allow yourself the opportunity to see the goodness that can come from this season. Now, I'm not sharing this for pity or to highlight what it was I was going through. No, I'm sharing this because I want you to understand that you could really be going through some dark valleys and still come out of it. There was a point in my life, I often highlight this quite a lot. There was a point in my life, January 2020, where I had underwent a mental collapse. I went through some very severe dark valleys. In fact, it was so dark and so ugly that I was put on a psychiatric hold. I was under psychiatric care. I want you to sit and think about that for a minute. To be navigating a season, to then needing medical intervention, being on a psychiatric hold. But that's not the worst part. The worst part was that my psychiatrist at the time, because again, I'm under a 72-hour hold. Anything I do or say, there's nothing I can do to reverse this. I am now under the state's. I'm under the state's care, responsibility. Nothing I say or do, nothing my family says or do can help reverse this. Imagine how scary it is to not only be navigating a season, but to now hear and know that you have no rights. You have been stripped from all legal authority. You know how scary that is? I'm 21 years old. Again, this is January of the year 2020. Navigating the season, and now I'm in the process of being sent out to a psychiatric care facility where no soul that knows of me, my mom, my siblings, my aunts, my family, cousins, nobody, friends, family, nobody, would know where I would be at. I was in the process of literally being sent out to another facility, another state. To be navigating this season and to be in a position where you have very limited independence, where you are constantly dependent on somebody else caring for your care. So now here are those things. And in that moment, when I'm navigating these seasons, everything kind of became tunnel visioned in terms of, okay, Victor, whatever it is you are going through, push that to the side and focus on what can you do to help you through what it is you're going through right now. Stop blaming, doing the blame card, playing the victim, having the victim mentality. Oh, poor me. Pointing fingers that I am, and this is all happening because of this person or that person. I had to begin taking accountability for my actions because at the end of the day, I'm the one that put myself in that position. Yeah, others may have influenced it, where mentally it became overwhelming, but I'm the one that put myself there. I had to ask myself the big question: what can I do to help me through this situation right now? And for me, it was having the mentality of, okay, how are you being perceived? How are these medical professionals perceiving you right now? I had to become mindful of that. I had to acknowledge that. I had to take, again, accountability for my actions. Because, again, I put myself there. When you are navigating these seasons, did I get sent out to a psychiatric facility? There's so much more that transpired within there. And one day I will write a book talking about that whole experience in a lot of detail. No, I didn't get sent to a psychiatric facility. I ended up, it was very, as frightening as it was, there was another, because my case was so complex with my disability and the care I would need and everything like that, nobody wanted to pick it up. So it was unfortunate because, of what it was I was going through, but it was fortunate because of my disability, where it was very complex. I wasn't just an ordinary case. So during that time that, for an ordinary individual, by ordinary, I'm talking about someone who doesn't have a disability, if someone was going through what I was going through and they didn't have a disability, the time, let's just say for 3 hours, for example, right? Within those 3 hours, and you're an ordinary individual, they find you a facility and you're on your way. And you have to go through that experience, right? But because of my season and because of my disability and the complexity behind it, is, for a simple terminology, let's say again those 3 hours, right? It was like, oh, he's not an ordinary case. We really, really have to find someone that can really attend and be attentive to his care, right? So during those 3 hours, instead of me being sent out somewhere or during that process, I had the opportunity to utilize those 3 hours, that window, to focus on, okay, what can I do to help me better this situation? And another psychiatric psychiatrist was able to come into play, and he was able to override everything. There's a lot that transpired just within this experience. I was under psychiatric care twice, and I was placed on a 1799, I was almost on a psychiatric hold for 3 times, but I was only on it twice in the month of January. The first time was definitely reasonable. Second time was ridiculous. And the third time was completely someone who was abusing their power. I'll leave it at that. But the reason why I share this story and I brought it up is because I want you to know you can navigate these seasons. And I want you to know too, like, just because I didn't get sent out to psychiatric facility doesn't mean that, my storm automatically ended. No, I was still navigating that season. I was still going through a lot of turmoil. There's so much that happened just within, those remaining weeks, months, the time after. It was a lot to endure. Yeah, sure, I may have smiled, in front of you. But deep down, I was seriously going through it. And I share this because I want you to know that you can be navigating a season. You can be going through the most darkest of valleys. And there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. But you have to develop the courage to take accountability. You have to develop and get rid of the ego, the pride, and stop playing the victim. And you have to seriously begin taking one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. What can I do to help me create a better tomorrow, a better next week, a better next month? How can I have a better next year? You need to begin taking those steps now, right here, right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not Monday because today is Thursday. No, you begin to do it now. Change begins with you. And I promise you, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And by the light, I'm not talking about the end. I'm talking about the goodness that can come from this season, from what it is you are going through. If you were to tell me what it is I'm telling you now, in the mentality that I was at in January 2020, I would look at you and I probably wouldn't tell you, but I would look at you and think to myself, you don't know what it is like to be me. And you're right, I don't know what it is like to be you. I don't. Nobody knows, right? Only you know what it is like to be you. But then if you were to ask me and share something like I just shared with you, I would then understand, you know what? I'm not the only one who lived a hard life. I'm not the only one who navigated a hard season. And if you shared something of that grand of a testimonial, I would then feel inspired and empowered. Like, hey, you know what? What it is I'm going through, I can get through it myself. I can get to better days. Everything will be okay. That's why I'm sharing this with you. Because I want you to understand and know that where you are, it isn't where you always will be. Better days do lie ahead, but only you can seize the opportunities that are right here in front of you. If you live in a country such as the United States, for example, yes, there's a lot of turmoil and everybody can have their own opinions about different things. But if you live in a country such as the United States, you are surrounded by so many opportunities that, quite candidly, a lot of us take for granted. But if you can take advantage of the opportunities in front of you, the opportunity to do better and become better, create better, That is how you will begin to find the goodness from the seasons you are going through. I am talking from personal experience. I'm not talking because I read something through a textbook. No, I'm talking from personal life experiences. When an individual tells me their story and what it is they've gone through, I am so inspired because I find the gift within these individuals. The gift where they can utilize what it is they had gone through to help other people through very similar life experiences. To me, that's a gift. To be in a position where you can undergo a season, overcome that season, turn around and help other people along the way. To me, that's powerful. To be of service of such magnitude. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please like the video, comment down below what is something that was spoken within today's video that completely resonated with you. Please let me know within the comments down below. And if you guys are new to who I am, my name is Victor, who goes by Victortheinspiration. Please forgive me if my neck kept doing this a lot throughout the video. And it's not me being unprofessional. It's my neck is just really tired, and so I apologize for that. But if you're new to who I am, my name is Victor Guerra, who goes by Victor the Inspiration on social media. And I have a book called Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph. And it is my personal journey navigating life with SMA, depression, anxiety, spiritual warfare, hospitalizations, grief, all of these different seasons I had navigated through. But it's not so much just me sharing what it was I was going through, but I also shared and documented what it was I was doing to help me navigate through these different seasons. So my book is available. My book is called Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph. Or you can simply search Victor the Inspiration. Available at Barnes & Nobles, Amazon, iTunes, and Google Play websites. It's currently available there. I'm currently in the works on trying to get it available within stores. But that's another process. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. It greatly helps me as it helps me, build an audience to help many other people as well. And if you enjoyed today's video, you are definitely going to enjoy my previous videos as well. Again, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.